It's hard to explain some of the things that we've seen and heard over the past few years. Some people suggest that maybe the things that we hear are the house settling. But how much does the house really settle after 150 years?
When we bought the inn 4 years ago, we didn't know anything about it. Shortly after we moved in, our son started experiencing some strange happenings. So we decided to talk to people who owned the inn before us. And one of the couples that did own the inn before us did have some strange happenings as well. She had brought in someone to go through the house and to see if maybe they felt the presence, and they did. The presence they felt was a woman, and the thought was that she had hung herself in one of the rooms here. I feel that there is a woman here. I also feel that there may be 1 or 2 children along with her. Just from things that I've had, experiences I've had, balls bouncing and little feet running, and just things that sounds typical of a child.
I was walking down the stairs and it felt like someone was following me, but when I turned around I couldn't see anyone. And I walked down the stairs and through the house, and it felt like someone was following me, but no matter what I looked, I turned around and nobody was there. The only other experience I had with the ghost was one night when I was sitting in the kitchen. I heard, sounded like someone was walking up the stairs, and then I heard a little girl ask for her mom.
I really feel that whatever presence is here is happy that we're here. I think I know the house was in turmoil for many years prior to us arriving, and I think they're just happy that there's a family here and that we're enjoying the house. I know that I've heard children or a little girl on several occasions call for mom, and I've had an adult female voice whisper in my ear my name, which was very distinct. Recently, we had very good friends of ours stay in one of our rooms, and after taking a shower and all the steam was in the bathroom, they came out and looked at the mirror, and on that mirror it said, "God bless," in an adult's handwriting.
It was early May, and we were taking a trip to Bermuda. We asked my sister to in-sit for us. She stayed in our apartment, which is adjacent to the dining room. She woke up one morning and she came out. And the chair, which had been facing the table, was now turned directly 180 degrees. And was now facing the apartment, as if to look at her as she was sitting in the apartment.
Most of the things that happened in the beginning happened to our son. He experienced a lot of noises and seeing things that none of us were experiencing. We really weren't sure what was happening. We had a roll of film that we had developed. And in that roll of film, he was outside, and around him looked like a presence. And when you look at it, and anybody that does look at it, it looks like a woman on a horse and another woman standing next to the horse, and they're talking. And they're right behind my son. No other picture in that roll of film had anything like that. We brought it to a photographer to have him look at it, and he couldn't explain what that presence was.
Well, I was actually the first person in my family to raise the suspicion of a haunting in our house. And I was laying down on a couch one afternoon and thought I heard a little girl singing a lullaby when there was no one else in my house. And things like this continued to happen. Weird feelings I'd get in my house, but one night topped it all off. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was walking downstairs from my room into the kitchen to check my email. About 15 feet in front of me, right next to the window, this little girl lit in blue from the streetlight was staring right at me. Her shoulders shrugged, and I got chills up my spine, and not 2 seconds later, I was out the door, running the opposite direction.
I don't think I'm ever gonna really get used to it, just the fact that there may be somebody else living in the house that I don't know about.
We all feel very comfortable here in the house, and whatever is here, we don't want it to leave.
There's definitely always been a strong feeling in the house. At first, I got a negative feeling from the spirit, and I would stay away from home as much as possible, but the more time I spent there and the more experiences I had, I realized that it was more living with us rather than against us.
I feel real comfortable here. I don't feel threatened in any way. I can go all through the house and have no problems at all. If there is a presence here, I don't want her to go.
These spirits are lingering, trapped, held at the scene by their own will. They are repeating their mistakes, wandering, searching, stuck, waiting for something that will never come. These spirits will always linger.